What's going on, guys? It's your favorite raccoon here, back again with another video. Before we get into the story time, you guys press the like button, you know the drill. Yes, I'm thirsty for likes, and no, I'm not going to apologize for it because that's how I feed my family. I have 7 kids downstairs right now. Half of them are diabetic because I feed them nothing but Oreos, and I need your money to pay for their insulin. And today I'm going to be telling you guys the story of a time a teacher absolutely snapped on a kid in one of my classes. And when I mean absolutely snapped, there is desk flipping, there's swear words, there's roasts, and nothing says a good roast like a teacher, alright? A 37-year-old man who hates his life, definitely wishes he hadn't have been a teacher, wearing, some loafers, just absolutely going in on how you're going to work at McDonald's one day is a pretty funny sight to see. So I figured I'd tell it to you guys, and without further ado, let's do this. So, there was a teacher that I had in high school, and for the purpose of this story, we're gonna call him, Mr. Suckamana. Suckamana was a very interesting teacher, and by interesting, I mean I hated him. He was definitely one of the biggest jerks I've ever met in my entire life. You could just tell by the way his face looked that he hated his life and everything he had ever done with it. Like, definitely made some terrible decisions. He would tell us that he would have gone pro in soccer if he wouldn't have hurt his knee, but I don't believe that for a second, because Mr. Suckamana seemed like the type of person that no one would want to work with, especially on his professional sports team. But regardless, he was a pretty miserable guy and would spend most days taking out his anger on us, you know? Giving us massive amounts of homework, not letting us have any fun. Like, if you laughed in his classroom, he would actually try to send you to the dean's office, so he was not a nice guy. But this story is a time where Suckamana really made me laugh, you know, he made me giggle like a little schoolgirl. There was this other kid in my class that I liked almost as little as Mr. Suckamana, and his name for this story is going to be Jeremy, because I feel like Jeremy is just a good name to make fun of. And Jeremy, you know, was the type of kid that was convinced that school was useless for him because he really knew how to sell weed. And one day he was going to be a CEO because he sold drugs to high school kids. And just was disrespectful to everybody, you know, like acted like he was the coolest kid to ever exist and that nobody would ever have to listen to him. So one day we're sitting in this class, you know, and Mr. Suckamana is going off, and Jeremy starts rattling off about how this is stupid and he's never going to need it, anything like that. And Mr. Suckamana, instead of just doing his usual routine of being like, Jeremy, please shut up. No, I don't know if Mr. Suckamana was having a bad day or what, but he turns around and he goes, Jeremy, listen. I know you think that you have a bright future ahead because you sell drugs or whatever, but listen, man, no one's ever gonna hire you. You are actually the most unintelligent student I've had in nearly 25 years of teaching, and if it were up to me, I would expel you now because it's not like you're gonna graduate anyways. So maybe, instead of bashing what I'm teaching you, understand that your life is gonna be in shambles and you're gonna wish that you could go back to high school when you were at your peak. And you know when something hurts and it's like, it's so true, you don't even have a comeback, you know? Like when people say that I'm desperate for views, so I have to clickbait my life. Yeah, you know, like it hurts so badly that you can just sit there in silence, slack-jawed. That's what Jeremy's face is doing right now. Just the, oh my god, I don't even know what to say because it's so true, it hurts face. That's what I'm seeing. And the entire class is just dead silent. And then I start laughing because I'm like, oh, this is good. This is some comedic gold we got going on right here. And Mr. Suckamana goes, why are you laughing, Ryan? And I'm like, I don't know, that was just funny. And he goes, yeah? Well, I don't think it was. I need both of you to go to the dean's office. And I'm like, come on, bro. Like, I just giggled at the fact that Jeremy just got game ended by you. And you're going to send me to the dean's office? I'm providing moral support for you, Mr. Suckamana. But whatever, I get up, I start going to the dean's office, but Jeremy isn't having it, no. He's trying to come back from this. He's like, I just got roasted, my pride has been challenged, I have to try to flame back. So Jeremy gets up, and instead of just keeping his mouth shut and walking to the dean's office after getting absolutely obliterated by a 55-year-old man, he decides to fire back and goes, yeah, well, at least I don't hate my job. And Mr. Suckamana ain't having that. No. Mr. Suckamana turns around and goes, Jeremy, you don't have a job. You're unemployed. The only money you get is from selling weed to kids too stupid to understand that you're a terrible salesman. And I guarantee you after high school, none of them will have anything to do with you because they're all going to go and do something with their lives. And Jeremy just got bodied, alright? I swear 6ix9ine was somewhere in the club singing Scum Gang towards Mr. Suckamana with the absolute fire that was coming out of his mouth, alright? Like 21 Savage became American at Mr. Suckamana roasting this kid that hard. And Jeremy just kind of looks down and goes, whatever, bro, like, you're just a hater, which is just the weakest comeback, you know? At least have an argument. You could have been like, wow, you know, you lash out at your students because you're dramatically unhappy with your life. Would have been a better comeback than you're a hater. Because when somebody says, oh, you're just a hater, you know they have no comeback. That's just the truth of the matter. So whatever, he sends us both to the dean's office. We get up there, they go, oh, who are you from? We say Mr. Suckermana, and they usually just send us back to class because it's just, he sends us there so often for stupid things. They're kind of just like, hang out here for 20 minutes and then go back and say that we gave you detention. Because he's just that petty when it comes to reporting people for stuff. So whatever, we're sitting there, you know, and Jeremy kind of like, you know, is trying to act all tough, like he ain't upset. But I can tell, man, that one hit deep. His ego was bruised after those words. So, yeah, moral of the story, don't get into a flame war with somebody that has nothing to lose because they won't hold back, and trust me, you're going to look dumb. I don't know what Jeremy's up to these days, probably still trying to sell drugs to high schoolers, even though he's like 24 years old. He got held back a few times, you know. But regardless, guys, moral of the story is, Mr. Suckermana was a savage. He was a really bad teacher, definitely was a bad man, and roasted me too sometimes, but I'm not going to get into that because I'm insecure. So, yeah, but moral of the story, don't start a flame war with somebody who doesn't care. On that note, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to press the like button. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought. If you did think anything at all, if you just vegged out and watched me suck at surfing, that's fine. I still got the watch time. So yeah, I hope you guys have an absolutely amazing day. Follow me on Twitter at ScrubbyVivo, Instagram at Scrubby_YT. Press the like button, and remember, if you're gonna get someone pregnant, please make sure they're moderately attractive and actually take care of your children so they don't end up like Jeremy. I'm out. Peace.